you know what I mean? What's he going to chuck on there next? And is NXT just going to become like... You remember like when that ECW brand started, Matt? And it was ECW, and then after, like, I don't know what the hell it turned into, but it certainly wasn't ECW anymore, was it? It was like you had the Mummy coming out because it was on Sci-Fi, and they were doing some really strange stuff. I just wouldn't want to see that happen with NXT, given how well they've done, but it does worry me.
You don't want to see Roman Reigns on NXT?
I don't want to see Roman Reigns, but I got a feeling we will see Roman Reigns on there. I think he'll put on as much as he can. I could see him being like, I want John Cena on it. I'll do anything I can. I'll get Steve Austin to go on it. I'll run as many videos. I mean, but they're obviously hoping to do what they've been doing every week, which I get. But again, that NXT, it's been a nice fit for an hour. But like when you start having adverts running between it, it's a different ball game. TV show becomes slightly different, and that's my only concern. I feel like Mauro Ranallo is going to do a fantastic job. That's definitely a plus. But yeah, I mean, we don't... The thing is, AEW is such the unknown. We don't know what they're going to do. Where it will be, for me, this is where it's going to be won and lost. And I've said this from the very beginning. The winning and losing will be how micromanaged is NXT going to become. Is it going to be left there it is? Or are they going to start being, scripted more? And, the dialogue between wrestlers is just going to be... Oh, you're a piece of crap. No, you're a piece of crap. Or are they actually going to talk about real things? And I think if you've got someone like MJF in the ring, on the way Cody's delivering lines and stuff like that, it's going to be worlds apart. It's going to be like your young... The demographic that WWE really don't have are going to be much more switched into AEW's presentation than they will be NXT. And it doesn't matter how good the wrestling is between the ropes, between the bells, if you can't tell sort of intriguing storylines to do it. So what about you, Matt? Who do you think is going to get the jump?
I'm much more inclined to your way of thinking that the curiosity of AEW would put them ahead. I do kind of feel like we've seen loads of NXT episodes up until this point. And yeah, it's a very successful and it's a great show. And I feel like when they have the hour-long episode, you get about 2 or 3 matches and they're focused on very specifically. Triple H has put his own time into a lot of these, and you can tell because they're tailored to the wrestlers to showcase their strong points and not their weaknesses. I feel like going to 2 hours stretches that a little bit more. Maybe the time won't be there. We see it all the time on SmackDown. Some matches are just they don't care about, and I don't want to see that happen to NXT, but that may well happen. So if that starts to happen, then the drop off will be even more apparent, and then people would just go to AEW because I feel like there's more freedom. It's crazy to say that because NXT is a developmental kind of system, and you're supposed to discover who you are and your character there. But no, I feel like in AEW you can really be who you're supposed to be. So I feel like the interest may well be pinned on AEW because of that reason. And like you said, MJF, he's just one of those key characters as well, who's so young and so talented that why wouldn't you want to see how someone who's allowed to become whoever they want to be, and it doesn't have to fit a company structure? Why wouldn't you want to see how they can turn out?
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see, and obviously, I got a feeling like guys like Jericho in the ring on a Wednesday night are just gonna, make it that exciting to want to tune into, and Kenny Omega, and they've got enough talent to do it. I mean, against NXT, you got to say the power's going to be of AEW in terms of star power, but that's just obvious.
It's almost a slight slap in the face and a shot fired to AEW that they would say your competition is our developmental system.
Yeah, but again, I feel like as I wrote my blog, I feel like AEW would. I'd almost be 100% sure if they were going up against SmackDown, they'd win easily. And I'm not just kidding, but I feel against NXT, there's more competition because the styles are going to be much more the same. The feel, I think they're going to have more freedom, hopefully, on NXT than they are Raw, SmackDown. But if
my other question's going to be then, to this point, then is NXT going to be elevated by this? Are they going to start counting NXT title reigns as legitimate title reigns in WWE?
Seems like they're going to have to. I mean, I would put guys like Cesaro, some of the guys that just haven't done anything on that. I'd even put Nakamura in it because they're going to be able to be more expressive on it. If it's a place where you can just have a more adult type theme, haven't got to stick to the PG as much, then the guys that can really go in the ring that are doing nothing on the main roster, I would start to elevate them back into NXT again, quite frankly, and give them some new hope. And don't see it as a development anymore, just see it as another brand, more for adults.
I've got to believe that some wrestlers currently down at NXT, say for instance Velveteen Dream, he's been very fortunate that he hasn't been called up to the main roster because he hasn't been tarnished by that.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's a lot of people sitting in that boat at the moment in the WWE main roster that are stuck in limbo. So. Yeah, fascinating times for that. Obviously, WWE think that they've got it sorted. Let's be clear, though, it is WWE. It's only going to slap WWE in the face if they don't get this one right, because they're the ones that have deliberately put NXT on this now and hurried it up and putting them out 2 weeks before. They're doing all these little things as much as they can. So if it goes wrong, I just got this really horrible feeling. It's almost like you want to see NXT succeed just so Vince stays out of it. But the moment it's going to go wrong, Vince's pride is going to take over. And we're going to start seeing some real weird stuff going on with NXT. And it's just going to get sort of mumbled into everything else that WWE is currently, which is going to be a huge shame.
NXT's wild card rule introduced.
Oh, God. Yeah, you've just said it there. That's given them an idea, I bet. The Roman Reigns wildcard rule, by the way, I think we should say. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, for us fans, I think it's a win-win. We get to see more wrestling. We get to see... for a lot of fans, Matt, a lot of fans wouldn't have seen wrestling go head-to-head like this. We obviously lived it in our youth, Matt, but for a lot of newer fans, they haven't experienced this yet. So, make the most of it, because it's going to be exciting times, because when they say there's brand rivalry in WWE, it's such a crock of, there's no rivalry at all. They don't care. Unless Survivor Series is round the corner where it's brand supremacy and all of a sudden everyone comes out like they're really supportive of their own brand in their T-shirts, running after each other, getting them out of the building. And then you get this wildcard rule where, oh no, we're happy to have you over now. It's no problem. Just come over. We don't care. Quite frankly, this is the real rivalry. This is the real stuff, and the real underhanded tactics are going to take place, and you're going to see how crazy things get. You've only got to go back and watch WCW and WWE, the Monday Night Wars, what some of the things that Eric Bischoff was doing. Pretty ruthless at the time when Raw was being taped, that Bischoff would come on 5 minutes before Raw and give out all the results. And then says, now watch the real live one, where we're doing exciting stuff on the night, rather than watch all that. So, we'll be interested to see. Yes, mate.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be more entertaining than the TNA sort of WWE Monday night kind of war situation.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the other thing I suppose to think of is imagine, and I'm just hypothetically saying this, Matt, and it is a lot of what ifs, but imagine if the rating on Wednesday night for AEW was almost at a level of a Raw or a SmackDown. What would WWE really think then? Are they going to think, where have these people been?
There will be alarm bells on that.
It will be. And that's a concern they must be thinking of. They wouldn't be doing all this stuff, Matt, unless they got real deep concerns. And they do their research, WWE. They got enough people everywhere to know that I've never seen them react like this so badly with somebody coming along. Normally, they just stay away from it, but they are really doing everything they can now to
that
make
may be
sure.
the problem, though. They may have all this information and they may be getting all this, but it's almost like every time AEW has an action, they have a reaction. So it's almost like selling for AEW. Like they've now put a show against them, so it sows the seeds of doubt in people's heads that perhaps this other company, it is bigger than they might have first assumed because it's got WWE worried.
Yeah, no, it's totally true, and they've certainly mentioned them enough. So yeah, all that to look forward to. Not long as well. NXT starts, I think it's, another 2 weeks on TV? I think they're doing it. One thing I do have to ask, I'm not 100% sure, is NXT going to be taped? Or are they actually going to do live?
That's a good question.
Because that is automatically a loss, in my opinion.
It's already been, it's currently taped, isn't it? So it would be a problem if they decided not to go live, because there's something about a live show, isn't it? You just get more enjoyment out of that, and if it's going to be on the level of Raw and SmackDown, you should go that route.
Yeah, I must add as well, because we have like a lot of UK fans and other fans have been asking what happens with us. There's no change with us. We get NXT, I think the night after is what I'm being told, will go on the network. So for us in the UK, this matters nothing. We are in the UK. We're going to be watching AEW. You can watch it live, or you can watch it the next day, which probably makes more sense given the time. But it's going to be on ITV, and obviously NXT is just going to be on the network. So in terms of the UK, I would say AEW have won that battle. Anywhere else, because NXT is still going to be on the network. So unless their subscribers are up crazy, then I think with ITV, if there's enough people here wanting to watch that, they're obviously going to win that battle. So
that would be a concern for me as well, because say people, I know loads of people over the years who's just on and off of their network subscription. Sometimes they want to pay for it for certain things, and then some months they don't, so they leave it. But those months when people don't want to pay for their network subscription, they still have access to wrestling here in the UK. They can just switch on the TV, and there it is.
Yeah. So it's there, it's available, and obviously ITV, they're a big deal in the UK. Like, they are, pretty much the mainstream of TV. So the fact that they got them first of all, like, they haven't had to build this up. It's not like Impact when it was on Challenge. Nobody really went to. You kind of went out your way to see that. Whereas on ITV, don't mistake the ITV4 part, because ITV is such a big thing with their advertising. They do such a crazy job with it that even the most casual fan might go, oh, I fancy checking that out, because it's going to be replayed at more prime times on like the next night. So they're going to show that, I think, 3 times in the week, Matt, the same show. So they're going to do one. I think they're actually doing a version for it for like a younger audience on a Saturday morning. That's going to get viewed as well, because if kids, just casual kids, are going to go, oh, hang on, this is on ITV today, I'm going to check that out. Like World of Sport for a little while. That did some crazy ratings, believe it or not. And it's just because of the promotion behind it. So if you think about it, it's going to be live, then you're going to get the replay the next day on more prime time for everybody, and then you're going to get the Saturday morning version for kids. I think that's a lot of audience covered, and I think they've got a fantastic deal for their first TV. But of course, Tony Khan, he's very much in the UK in terms of his football club that he runs. He knows where that is, so he's done a good job there, I think, with the marketing. And we know that they've done jobs in Europe very well with their TV as well. And they're not on what you call sports channels; they're on sort of like the main bigger stations, a bit like TNT. So I think it's going to work out. And don't forget, WWE in the UK are going to be losing their Sky Sports, and of course they're going over now to the other side of things, Matt, with BT. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out for them as well. And does all the WWE fans go along with that, or are they not? Because Sky Sports, if you're a big Sky Sports, everything's about football. And you know what people are like, they like both sometimes. Like, are they going to suddenly start to go to BT or not? I have no idea. It's a good coup for BT, I think, but You never know. Raw and SmackDown hasn't been the most sort of off the cuff stuff to watch